Hello YouTube, welcome back to Case Technologies. This is Sherman and you're tuned in for the Python programming video. We're going to be talking about if-else statements and how to use them in Python. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. Open up a terminal or any type of IDE that you like to use. I like to use Visual Studio Code, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new file. We're going to save this as quarterbacks.py. Alright, we're going to set up the environment, the interpreter that we're going to use, and I'm going to use user bin Python 3. So if you're on Linux, go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to go ahead and start messing with some values. I'm going to set something up like this: Tom Brady 6 and Drew Brees equals 1. And then I want to set up the first if statement. If Tom is greater than Drew Brees, print Tom is the GOAT. And we're going to save that. And we're going to come down to the terminal. That makes this file executable. Alright, so it should be green. Yep. Boom. Once you run it, Tom is the GOAT. You can also run it like this, Python 3, then quarterbacks, and run it like that as well. So let's clear that out. So in our first if statement, we said Tom Brady is greater than Drew Brees, and both of these are integers. All right. So let's. You can also add an else statement, which doesn't evaluate anything, but if this first line or first if statement becomes false, then we'll move on to this else block and print what's underneath it, like so. Alright, so let's change these values here. 0. And then we're going to go right into run it again. Boom. Drew is the GOAT based on the values, right? So let's go and reset that. And let's add a little bit more to it. Let's do Peyton Manning equals 2. All right. And in Python, you can also do what they call an Elsif statement, but it's a elif. Alright, now we see that Peyton might be the GOAT. Let's change these values here. Say 0. And let's run it. So Peyton is the GOAT. And we moved Tom's Super Bowls down to 0. And that's how you can basically go if, else if, and then else. Alright. Well, let's look at some other things. Let's look at how the if statement can evaluate booleans, which are true false statements. So let's say NBA _ season, and let's set that to false. If NBA season, print the NBA is active. else, if it is not active, it is inactive. So let's go ahead, clear this out, and then run that quarterbacks file. The NBA is inactive because this statement is false. So if false, it moves on to the next block and runs this. So let's see what happens if it's true. We change this value to true. The NBA is active. All right, and that's how you can evaluate the booleans with the if and then statements. And let's stick with basketball and let's do 1 equals 3. MJ equals J equals 6. And Kobe equals 5. So let's say if Kobe is greater than LeBron, print Kobe is better than LeBron. Elif, if LeBron is greater than Kobe, print LeBron is better than Kobe. And then we can do another Elsif, so you can do multiple Elsif statements. Keep that in mind. If Elsif MJ is greater than LeBron and MJ is greater than Kobe, print MJ is the GOAT. Straight up. All right. So on this last line here, I've used the and. In Python, you can use and or an or statement. So the and would mean that both of these values or evaluations will have to be true for this statement to get printed. So let's go and let's go ahead and run it, save it. Let's run it. So Kobe is better than LeBron. So early on, this was picked up before making it down to the bottom because it goes line by line. The first true that Python meets, it will print. So we're gonna have to change this to make it false. I'm gonna say 2. So if we clear this out, LeBron is better than Kobe, is what we get here. So now we're going to have to add an and statement here. So that we can get the last line. Let's go ahead and clear this out. So MJ is the GOAT was actually printed here at the bottom. All right. And that's how you use and in the Elsif statements. Let's look at or. And now we have the or. LeBron is better than Kobe or MJ, right? I have the or here, and we still have the and here. So let's go ahead and see what we get. So one of these would always have to be true. And as we can see up here, LeBron up here has more championships than Kobe. So let's go ahead and do the 5. And let's say let's go ahead and so MJ is the GOAT because Kobe is not is greater than LeBron as far as championships are concerned, and Kobe is not greater than MJ, so that gets skipped. Then if the else if line here where LeBron is greater than Kobe, that is false, and then LeBron isn't greater than MJ as far as championships, and then it has to go down to the last line. So let's say we have bad values. We're going to say unable to determine GOAT status. Now, I don't want all y'all in my comments saying who's better, who's worse, how can you choose off championships. This is just for an example for everyone to understand what's going on. Nothing more, okay? So let's say 0, 0, 0. So let's say clear. Unable to determine GOAT status, right? We can also throw in some other things like if MJ is equal to LeBron, and you always want to use that double equal sign, and MJ is equal to Kobe, everyone is equal, or they all share GOAT status. Right? So let's clear it out and run it again. So there you go. They all share GOAT status because we use the equal sign here. We've used the greater than, less than evaluators, and, or, and else. All right, thanks, YouTube. Comment, subscribe, tune into our next videos, share, and let us know if you would like to see any other videos.